Those that do not know me, again, I go by the name Ahmad. All right. So in today's lessons today, I'm just gonna sit down and just talk to you about romance and heartbreaks and divorces and how I feel about those things. Um, I 100% disagree with them. I don't think people should divorce one another because I really do think that no man has the right to come in between and break up what God has brought together. Um, I think that when you meet someone and you say I do, you should take your vows very seriously. And I think that in today's society, a lot of people don't take their vows very seriously. They don't take the I do very seriously. They just say I do because they're in love just for that moment. They're only living for the now. They're not living for the later, the future. They're not living to see how things will be for them 5 or 10 years down the road. It's only for what's good for me right now. And what's good for me right now is not always good for you. Because if you knew that it was not always good for you, then you would not have married this person. You would have never said I do. You would have never wasted all your time with this person. I really think that when people do have problems in their relationship, they should really sit back, and take some time away and think about the situation, and really like think things through, and then try to talk things out. Because just walking away from someone that you love, to me is irrelevant. You should be there for that person and work things out. You shouldn't just throw in the towel because things get hard, and you don't want to stick it out. When you said those vows, I do, through death do us part, through sickness and health. I mean, you can't just be with someone just because of the good times. You have to be with them for the bad times as well. Another thing about, to me, with relationships, well, let's just stick to marriage. A lot of things about marriage problems that bothers me the most is that sometimes a divorce is very unnecessary because the problem is really not that serious. All it could be is, for an example, the husband could be working a lot, but female failed to realize that he's trying to provide for his family. On the other hand, the husband fails to realize that yeah, it's good to work and to provide for your family, but at the same time, you have to be able to give your family some time. Because if you don't give your woman the attention that she needs, she is gonna go find it elsewhere. That's just being real. That's the same thing with the man. If a woman does not give him the attention that he's needed, he's gonna go look for it elsewhere. True. So it goes both ways. But at the same time, you should always try to work and try to find time for you and your wife. Okay. Another reason why people get a lot of divorces is because there's no help around the house. Sometimes a woman is not a slave, fellas, and so we need to look at as a woman as our queen and not beneath us, because she is not beneath us. She's equal. She's just like us. She has feelings and needs and just like we do. She's not a slave. Eve was not a slave. She was Adam's right hand woman. She was a part of him. She came from him, and your wife is a part of you. Y'all are one. So she's not beneath you. So you need to realize that, help your woman around the house. Don't just come home from work and be like, oh baby, I'm tired. Help her. Help her with the kids, with the homework. Come up with a plan where one can do dishes or whatever. But don't just put all the work on her. That's a lot of people that do that in marriages, and that's another reason why people get divorces, is because sometimes a woman feel like, what, I'm doing too much. And then another reason, ladies, y'all are very hard to please. Very hard to please. You want one thing, and then when a man gives it to you, you're not satisfied. Learn to appreciate what you have. That's hard. It's hard to find a good husband out here these days. It's just like it's hard to find a good wife. But if you got someone good, cherish them. appreciate them. You know, appreciate their worth. A lot of times women do not feel appreciated. They always complain and complain and complain, and always want to point the finger and never want to be held accountable for their wrongdoing. Ladies, you have to step up and own up to your mistakes. You know, when you're wrong, you're wrong. Fellas, you need to hold your wife accountable. You know, don't let her walk over you. You know, understand that this is not a one person show. I mean, you guys are one. You know what I'm saying? That's your better half. A happy her is a happy you. A sad you is a sad her. A depressed her is a depressed you. So you have to understand that, you know, whenever you do things wrong, you hold yourself accountable. You need to hold your wife accountable as well. You know, I'm gonna leave it off with that right there. This is your boy Ahmad. Shalom. To all my Jewish brothers and sisters, one love. And to everyone that's not Jewish, still, it's one love and peace and harmony to everyone. I love everybody. Love is a positive energy. You know what I'm saying? And let's stay moving in a positive direction. All right. Shalom. Love.